Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the POLITY live from KAFTAN television studios in Abuja, the nation's capital. The POLITY is a program that takes a deep dive into unfolding political events happening within Nigeria and even beyond the shores of the country. My name is Macauley, Hunohashi, welcoming all our esteemed viewers from around the world for joining us on the POLITY. We are going to open our telephone line in the course of the program. But first of all, let me introduce my guest who will be joining me live in the studios, and he's no other person than Comrade Olumuyiwa Onlede. He's a social crusader and executive secretary, Citizens Awareness Against Corruption. Comrade, you are welcome to the POLITY.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Macauley.
Well, let's start, Olumuyiwa. So much is happening in the country, and our president is away to Beijing, China, where he has met with Xi Jinping, the president of China. And then there are lots of expectations from Nigerians, particularly those discerning minds that are following the unfolding events between Nigeria and China. What are your expectations?
Number one, the trip to China should be a very good one, a well thought of trip, at least to encourage foreign investors. But unfortunately, what is happening in the country today demands that after the meeting, the president should rush down to the country to talk to the people about how the effect of some of the policies has been introduced, especially in the petroleum sector. How long the people will feel the pain of those policies and when the policies will start yielding results. Because one thing I've always said, the whole thing about the petroleum sector is always treated in secrecy. No transparency, no accountability. We have always heard refineries we pick up. But what will be the benefit to an average Nigerian? The refineries
Now the president has signed series of MOUs with the Chinese government, Memorandum of Understanding. One of them is the construction of Ibadan-Abuja Express way or highway. What do you think about that? Before we come back to the petroleum.
Those projects, I think they've been on for up to 10 years.
That's right.
They've been on for up to 10 years. I don't think it should be construction of those highways. What we are supposed to be talking about now is rehabilitation of the roads, because as far as I know, the contract was awarded by the government of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, inherited by Yar'Adua and Goodluck Jonathan. And today, that is more than how many years ago? Today we are talking about the same road. That shows how serious we can be. Because even the Chinese government may not really take us serious. Because if they are signing an MOU on a road corridor that has been under construction for so many years, a good country where people hate corruption, we always ask questions. Then what happened to the people that the contract was given to before? What happened? I think you are talking about Lokoja Abuja Expressway. What happened to the former contract? What happened? Is it funding? Is it that the contractor has absconded? If the government cannot give them explicit explanation about all those things, I don't see how international community will take us seriously. Though they need money, they need to, it's part of their foreign policy to go to China, to go to different countries and get whatever they can exploit through contract, through consultancy, but deep down their mind, they will always be very skeptical about the country Nigeria. Because we can't continue to re-award the same contract. We can't continue to sign MOU on the same road corridor for more than 10 years. It doesn't speak well of our country. It shows the level of corruption. How can you construct a road for 10 years? No, it's not done anywhere. No serious country does that. So if the president is saying he has signed MOU, we have not seen the term of the MOU, maybe it's maintenance. But I believe it's not supposed to be construction. You can say, okay, you are signing MOU with any construction firm, any government, so that the road that has just been constructed will be maintained for a social period of years, so that the road will not go bad. I agree with that. But saying a country like Nigeria, with the kind of resources, monumental resources that's available to us, we are unable to complete a road. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is 105 kilometers. We are unable to complete that construction for more than 10 years. It's very bad, and I think it shows the level of corruption in this country.
Okay. What about the railway contract that the Chinese government and Nigeria has also signed right in China?
That is a very good one.
Is it commendable?
It's commendable. Every state should be linked to that standard gauge. Every state. Because I know we have the resources. That will lessen the way we move every loads, every goods on our roads that is turning on our roads. We can harness the opportunity of moving heavy goods through the railway instead of road. It will lessen the burden on our road. Our road will last longer. The accidents on the roads will be minimal, and so on and so forth. There are so many benefits. But the kind of MOU that has been signed, we have not seen it. But I believe when we see it, it will be a good one that will be to the betterment of the people of this country, not MOU that will change the country. Because we have resources, quite all right. But at the same time, we have responsibility for those resources. So if any contract is going to be signed, if any MOU is going to be signed, then we must have value for money. I've always preached that there must be value for money. Because we've seen in the past, government officials going to different countries to sign contract, to sign MOU with firms. And at the end of the day, the terms of those MOUs, the terms of those contracts, turn out not to be palatable to the country.
Okay, let's come back home and talk about a spectacle that is becoming like a new normal. That is insecurity. When I say it's becoming like a new normal, you understand what I'm talking about. Because whenever there is relative peace, people will be surprised. But it's no longer a surprising thing or news when you hear about kidnappings or banditry. And for over 2 decades, this has remained with us. Only recently, while the president was away in China, we had this video that made the rounds on social media of a military personnel, armored personnel vehicle got stuck in the mud because of the muddy terrain, and they had to flee. The military was said to have flee, and then the bandits led by Bello Turji came, commandeered the 2 armored personnel carriers, did a video, and they bragged about it and even set them ablaze. How did you receive that kind of news?
It's very, very unfortunate. I saw the video and I wept.
You wept?
Yes. Because when the citizens no longer have hope that they can be protected by the various security apparatus, then the situation is a very bad one. If as a citizen you are going to sleep in your house, you are moving from one place to another, from one state to another, along any road corridor, you are supposed to be rest assured that when you move, your life is secured. But when you go from one place to another, and you see security agents on the road as usual, and you even believe that, if there is an attack by insurgents or bandits, the people you believe will secure your life, we as well run away, then we are in a very big problem. That's a very big problem for the country. I believe with the advent of technology, you cannot blame the military for the armor tank being stuck in the mud, but we can only blame them for not having a plan B, backup mechanism. When the armor tank, personnel carrier, got stuck in the mud, there should be a backup mechanism that will allow them to call back up. And within a few minutes, the backup will respond and they will see how to remove the armor personnel carrier. But that didn't happen. They had to flee to the bush to run for their dear lives, which is not a good one. Let's even say the armor personnel carrier did not stuck in the mud, get stuck in the mud, and they are being ambushed. There should be backup for every team of security agency fighting insurgency and banditry. There should be backup. So it shows that there's no backup. When you go, you're supposed to go on your own, and if God help you, you come back safely to the base. Nobody works like that. We have technology. We should leverage on technology. Those bandits led by Bello Truji, they stood there, set the vehicle ablaze, did a video, and sent it by themselves. Yet, they cannot be traced. How is it possible that people using gadgets cannot be traced? And we have spent a lot of money acquiring gadgets. We have spent a lot of money. Nigerians went through pain to link their NIM to their phone numbers. Nigerians went through pain to register their SIM cards. You know, telecommunication companies spent a lot of millions, if not billions, to capture the data, full data of their subscribers. Yet, those things has benefited our security situation little or nothing.
Okay. Our telephone number is going to be displayed by our producer on the screen so that viewers can begin to call in to give us their opinion, and the program will be interactive and conversational. It is right there on the screen. You can see it, viewers. Please begin to call in so that we can take your opinion and comments to be part of the program, the Polity. Let me ask you, Comrade. Now, the 8th Brigade, there's a military brigade, that's called the 8th Brigade. It is located in Sokoto. It is supposed to take charge of Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, and Katsina states. And these are the states that are under the siege of bandits. You know, how ironic is it?
Very, very ironic. Because we cannot say our military is not well equipped enough. Nobody, I will not belong to that kind of school of thought. Our military, they are very, very equipped. They're well trained, and they are dedicated. Nobody goes to the military to say, I don't want to fight war. I don't want to fight banditry. I don't want to fight insurgency. If you are recruited, you know what you're going to face. And I believe those that subjected themselves to the rigors of the recruitment, they know what they are going to face, and they are ready to do it. Just recently, I saw a post that said that by some soldiers telling Bello Truji that since the government did not allow us to come to you, if you know you are a man, come to us. Challenging him. Our military can do it. Yes, they can. But why this issue of banditry and insurgency has not been nipped into the mud is what I don't understand. Just like every other Nigerian do not understand. We don't understand. These people are somewhere in the bush, making videos, displaying cash, they ransom they collected from victims they kidnapped. And yet, nobody has attacked them in the bush. The military has not attacked them in the bush. Is it normal for the military to continue to wait until they are being ambushed?
Okay.
That is not
There is a
good
marching
enough.
order. There is a marching order by the Minister of State in charge of defense, and that is former Governor of Zamfara State, Bello Macauley.
Yes.
And he has also joined them. You know, he said the service chief to be led by the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa. They have relocated to that axis, to the northwest region, to face the bandits squarely, so to speak. Are you optimistic that something different is going to happen?
Yes, their presence there will motivate the troops. That's number one. Then their presence will also make everybody to sit up there. But when you say there's a marching order, the president has always given a marching order. But there are layers of leadership in every sector. When the president gives a marching order, the marching order is picked by the NSA. NSA gives a marching order. The marching order is picked by different head of security agencies. Then they to give a marching order. The marching order is picked by different brigades, different divisions. So what happened down the line is what we don't understand. It's one good thing to give a marching order, but you will not go to the field. The president will not go to the field. The only president that ever went to the field with troops was the former president of Chad that did not come back. No president will go to the field. No minister will go to the field with the troops. You can only give a marching order. What happens in the field is what we don't understand. That is where the operation, the operational, the head of the operations, the head of the operations should be the ones answering so many questions about why they've not been able to conquer these bandits. How many are they? These people continue to kill villagers. They continue to rush through their stocks, their livestock. They continue to loot their food.
Let me ask you another question. I am not a trained security agent. Neither do I belong to the intelligence community, but I've always had concerns with strategy. When you announce and you create a ceremony that service chiefs should relocate to the northwest region, you make it sound as if you've forgotten the fact that there are other swaths of land in contiguous states that are ungoverned, which has been commandeered by bandits. And you make it also sound as if when you announce this relocation, the bandits will just sit down there and go to sleep and wait for you to come and finish them. Don't you think they will move? Because they belong to our communities. They have people, they have insiders who communicate with them, and they also use gadgets. Do you think there's a strategy in that kind of announcement when you make it ceremonial?
Number one, I believe they should be there first before the media will pick it.
Should even the media pick it?
Number two,
must media announce that
you can't.
Chief of Defense Staff is relocating to Zamfara State? Must media?
You can't stop the media.
What is the advantage?
You can't stop the media.
No, I'm just talking about.
No, you can't stop the media from picking any information and disseminating same to the society.
Do you know that when America came to rescue their citizens in Nigeria, CNN did not report it, BBC did not report it.
No, that's the difference.
They didn't make it known.
That is the difference between Nigerian media and those of.
Must you have a ceremony to announce, gather journalists and tell them that we are relocating to Zamfara State? Can't you do quietly wipe out these people? Is it about? My suspicion is about turning it into a conduit.
Yes.
I may be wrong.
Yes, you are right. You are right. I believe once you tell your enemy your strategy, your enemy.
Thank you.
Your enemy will look for a counter strategy to be on top of the game. But at the same time, no matter how secretly they meet at the level of the Ministry of Defense to say, oh, we are relocating to Zamfara, we are relocating to Sokoto, the media must pick it. So it's now the onus is now
remains speculative.
The onus is now on the media to not to pick it, or if they may pick it, to know how to coin the reports. We are all journalists. To know how to coin the reports, not to give enemies
for national interest and national security.
Not to give the bandits upper hand against our troops. But I can see for the past 2 decades, the way the media has always reported all this insurgency and banditry, kidnapping, has always been to the advantage of
the criminals.
which is very, very unfortunate. You know, whatever you do, whether you are a government, whether you are outside the government, patriotism must be the key word in any profession. You understand? I give you an example. A friend from United Kingdom told me that you cannot buy a house in the United Kingdom without going through a lawyer. I said, why? He said, if I know the owner of the house, he said, no, you must go through a lawyer. And when you go through a lawyer, the lawyer will verify, will scrutinize you and check you and know your source of income.
Due diligence.
Source of income. So that you may not put him into trouble too. So if he sees anything suspicious, my friend told me, I wasn't there, that the lawyer will be the one to report to the appropriate authorities.
Yeah.
But what do we have in Nigeria? So patriotism must reign supreme. It is not enough for individuals to complain. It is not enough for organizations to complain about government. But we must not do things that will make the job that we are giving to those in government to be difficult.
You know why I asked that question? I was trying to do a corollary with what happened during the Buhari regime, where he gave a martial order, a presidential directive for Buratai to relocate to Sambisa.
Yes.
There was so much ceremony. Buratai arrived, and there was some photo shoots and video recordings. He had lunch with them, with the troops. He had dinner. He motivated them for 1, 2, 3 days, and that was it. And Boko Haram insurgency has persisted. It has remained unabated.
No, I cannot say Boko Haram insurgency has remained unabated. There are the difference between banditry and insurgency.
It's all criminal enterprise.
To be fair to the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, he was able to. I don't know how they did it. During his tenure, they were able to bring insurgency down to the barest minimum. It is a very commendable effort, and Nigeria will always.
But they're still kidnapping people there.
Yes,
that's my
reason. Those are kidnappers. You understand? But those bombings, soft target, all those things has been brought to.
But this year, we saw a resurgence of bombing.
Yes, but to the barest minimum. Because what I know is when this thing started around 2009, 2010, I told somebody that Nigeria is on a very long thing. Let me use that language. Because I studied Lebanon and some Middle East countries that had insurgency in the past. I saw that they were, for 30 years, they were unable to eradicate it. They were unable to eradicate it. It was fought. It was reduced, but they were unable to eradicate it. In Lebanon, a minister will be going, then insurgents will ram into his
At the point, there was no central government.
In Lebanon.
Exactly.
But up to today,
it was like Haiti.
Up to today, we still have,
even Libya.
We still have terrorist groups in Lebanon. We have Hezbollah fighting. But what we are supposed to do as a people is to say no. Even from the local level, is to say no to banditry, say no to insurgency.
We keep
the problem we have. No. There are critical stakeholders. Everywhere there are critical stakeholders. Nobody can know your community more than you do. Nobody can know your people more than you do. These people are people's children. These people are people's brothers. These people are people's husbands. These people are people's uncles. They have relations, they have friends, and people know them. People know them. So, and there are people they respect. There are people they respect. The government should go through those people.
Don't you think, as we are talking now, while the military is
and when I say government, when I say government, I'm talking about state governments. I'm talking about state governments. I will not advise federal government to negotiate with insurgents and bandits. No. But state governments.
Do you know that, you remember, thank you, brought about negotiation. There was negotiation with Bello Turji. He didn't get what he wanted. He went back to the forest. And when he arrived for the meeting, he came with military fatigue and his weapon, his dangerous weapon. He was, he strapped it on his shoulder.
It's not.
And the videos went round, and the pictures.
The media and the mainstream media and social media, I see them promoting those insurgents, those bandits.
So seriously, when they were shared with the bandits.
But To me, if there is serious will, if there is serious political will, that boy will be taken out within 48 hours. That boy will be taken as any bandit will be taken out.
Doesn't it concern you that there is a clergy in Nigeria who, at any given time that he wants to meet with these bandits, he has an unfettered access, and then the security agency will tell you they don't have access? Does it bother you?
Yes, that is why I said there are people they respect. There are people they respect. There are people they were part of the society before they went to the bush. They were part of the society. So if you say you know them, that doesn't make you one of them. Let's get things right.
No, it doesn't make it. Even journalists.
If you say you know them, that doesn't make you one of them. A journalist can come from America today. He will go to the bush and talk to them. They may not kill the journalist.
Olumuyiwa, do you know
that doesn't make the journalist.
Last week, a friend of mine, I was at the conference of NIPR, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. We had our meeting last week in Abuja. A colleague of ours from Adamawa State, Ahmed Sajo, former commissioner of information in Adamawa State, showed me, a Zoom meeting between some journalists and a bandits leader, bandits kingpin. A Zoom meeting that was going on, and he joined, and he showed it to me. He showed it to the national president of NIPR, and I was taken aback. A Zoom meeting.
That's very bad.
On social media.
So that is what I'm saying is, if there is political will, these people can be taken out, because you are using technology, you are using applications that can refill your location, refill where you are, refill some radius, if not a particular point, a particular location, some radius that social person is around here. Why has our security agencies not made use of that? They should have made use of that. But what we are calling for is political will for it to be done. But apart from that, these people were part of the society. These people were part of the society. And Nigeria is one of the countries where we have highest number of associations. One person will belong to 100 associations. If we go to like Sokoto State now, Zamfara State, there are different associations. Different associations, community associations, we have religious associations, we have this, we have that, we have, even within association, there are other groups. So, these people should come out openly. Northern elites should come out openly to say, this is not part of us. Because I remember, Northern Nigeria used to be the most peaceful region in this country. Yeah. Because we from Lagos, when we were, those days we were in Nebi area, they look at us as if we are from a very volatile state. Those days, in the early 2000s. So, what has changed? There is an ideological change. So, if there is an ideological change, how did that ideological change happen? How long did it take for people to become radical? So, now, it's not the military that are going to de-radicalize people. It's not the military. That's not the job of the military. With the society where they are from, they not will de-radicalize their mind. Religious leaders has a very big role to play. Traditional institutions and their leaders have very big role to play. But if you continue to do hide and seek, the funniest thing, when there's an attack anywhere in this country, you blame the military. You blame the military. Then you leave out the attackers. It's not done anywhere. If there's an attack in America, the whole America will condemn the attackers. The whole America will condemn the attackers. And I remember when there was an attack, September 11, 1 year, 2001. President Obama, when he came, what did he say? He said it categorically, that we will defeat you. We will defeat you. We will defeat you. Osama bin Laden will defeat you. I defeated him.
Hello, you are our first caller this afternoon. You're on to the Polity from KAFTAN Television Live. Please go ahead, sir. Your voice is too low, sir. From Katsina? Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. We can't hear you. We can't hear him. His voice is very, very low. Go ahead. Your line of thought.
That's all. So, as I was saying, the whole country should adopt a tradition of condemning the attackers instead of condemning the
we're
government.
driven by two things, emotions and sentiment.
Instead of condemning the government and condemning our military troops.
That's the sentiment
at the war front.
If you're an APC man, you don't see anything wrong with the APC government. If you're an Igbo man, or a Hausa man, or a Bachama man, you don't see anything wrong with where you're coming from.
Yes.
So
because
we're driven by two things.
I can say it, I'm not a security. I'm not a security expert. I'm not a security agent. But I can say categorically that they will be defeated. The bandits, the insurgents will be defeated.
When?
Our military will defeat them. So it's only the security agents can say that. They will be defeated.
It sounds
like I am an optimist that they will be defeated. They will be defeated. Definitely, they will be defeated. All they are doing, all the atrocities they are committing against Nigerians will come to an end.
Okay. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, the conversation continues with the Polity on KAFTAN Television Live. Please stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Take a look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
and that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the Polity live from KAFTAN Television Studios in Abuja, the nation's capital. My name is Macauley Hunohashi. We're here discussing, taking an X-ray of unfolding events in Nigeria and even beyond the shores of the country. Still with me in the studio is Comrade Olumuyiwa Onlede. He is a social crusader and CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Citizens Awareness Against Corruption.
Executive Director, yes.
In Nigeria, Executive Director. Olumuyiwa Onlede, before we went on that break, we were talking about national security and the efforts of the Nigerian military to combat it. Now let's shift gears to something that is also, ravaging, affecting every part of our daily lives in this country, and that has to do with the major earner of our foreign exchange, of our revenue. 95% of our revenue comes from oil. And they were supposed to be, we are a member of Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and we are supposed to be rated as the 6th largest producer of oil in the world. But I know we don't produce oil. We produce crude, we send the crude abroad, they refine it there for us, and we buy it there. So we're not even producing. So we're not supposed to be we're not supposed to belong to any membership of oil producers because we don't produce oil. What do you think?
We produce oil. We produce crude oil.
We produce crude.
Crude oil.
But we don't produce
Crude oil.
We don't produce PMS.
PMS is not oil.
Is what? Is it water?
A refined product from crude oil.
But shouldn't we be producing our own oil and selling it abroad? Why should we be producing crude?
For more than 30 years.
Exactly.
We have spent a lot of money. You see, that sector is a sector that if anybody, apart from those working there, tell you he understands the sector, the person may be lying. We can go to any television station to talk about that sector. But the more you talk about that sector, the more those people, the cabals, the more they laugh at you because they know nobody, the whole Nigeria, we don't have 1%, an idea of 1% of what is happening.
But how come Brazilians understand Petrobras? It is our equivalent of NPCL. And
Aramco in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabians, they understand Aramco.
Because
how come they
allowed the turn of event to help them in transparency and accountability. They deploy technology. Aramco has a room where you see production in the sun. So nobody can tell you this today and tell you another thing tomorrow. They see how their oil is being produced, how it's going through pipeline. So it's as simple as that. Without technology, you can't be talking about transparency. You can't talk about transparency. And they have made sure that that technology did not see the light of the day. Do you know how many people have brought the technology to this country? They will not allow it to see the light of the day. They will not allow it. How many government agency has technology to monitor what they are doing? Especially the revenue generating agencies. None. They will not allow it to work. And I go back to the issue of NNPC. There's a very big problem. And the problem has been there. This gave birth to PIA. It was signed by President Muhammadu Buhari, former President Muhammadu Buhari, but the implementation was delayed. Now, during the government, they commercialized NNPC. It became a limited liability company, NNPC Limited. So many management staffs were told to go. It's a very good move. But the head of the agency, NNPC, Madam Macauley, was not told to go. He remained there. Who will have problem with the man? Now, you are a career civil servant, a public servant. You have worked for so many years without sending reports to anybody. That is what is obtainable in our civil service. You go to the office, you come back, you go, you don't send report to anybody. Then, the same agency, then nobody expects NNPC to make profit. They just expect it to run. But when NNPC now became a profit-making organization, I had expected the president to remove those that were not used to making profit and bring in professionals that has worked in different oil companies, worked them all over the world, so that they will use their experience in a profit-making organization where they have worked and they have made their mark. They will introduce the same thing into NNPC. But what did you see? The man was retained. Macauley was retained. Somebody that is not used to making profit was retained. So, he's a career civil servant. You can't blame him for that. You can't blame him.
But you say you are an optimist.
See, how many people? I want to challenge. I want to challenge the president, the former president, the present president. Whether if they have an organization, a private organization, they can boldly, oil company, they can boldly go and carry somebody from NNPC to come and manage the place. They won't do that to their own private businesses. They won't do that. They won't do that. Now, the man is there. He didn't go. We don't even know how many barrel we are producing. Who is monitoring? Nobody. The people that are monitoring, you can't monitor yourself. It's not possible. You can't monitor yourself. We don't know our consumption rate of PMS. Hence, the fraud in subsidy. And that is why every presidential candidate, except maybe Sowore, said he will not remove subsidy. And maybe Kwakwaso said he will not remove subsidy. Prior to 2023 election, Now subsidy is gone. Everything has gone up. It's becoming uncontrollable. Now the subsidy is gone. But those managing the subsidy, when subsidy was there, they are still there. So what kind of management style is that? That is not a management style. You can't get results. As long as those people are in NNPC, you can't get results. Do you know what? Have you forgotten what the present president, when he was a candidate, have you forgotten what he said in Abeokuta? That because they don't want him to become president, CBI hid money. They changed currency and hid currency so that people will revolt against him. He said they did that. He said it in Yoruba. They hid petrol. But even at that, we will contest, we will win. So somebody like me will have expected that as you are announcing at the level of Eagle Square, May 29, 2023, that subsidy is gone, then Mele Kyari will be gone. And everybody associated with the management of that subsidy for government, they are supposed to go. They are supposed to go. That is the way to go. That is the way to do things. But that did not happen. So if we can talk as we want, but I want to tell you, sir, that we do not understand 1% of what is happening. If the whole Nigerians understand what is happening in the petroleum sector, everybody will go to the street. Everybody will go to the street in demonstration.
Now let me ask you.
Both old and young.
Yesterday, Dangote, you know there have been jubilation that Dangote was coming on stream with his refinery. And there was Nigerians were brimful of hope and expectation that it would bring down the cost of pump price at the filling station.
The management of...
But yesterday, he came out with a statement that he's going to flood our filling stations within 28 hours.
48 hours.
Within 48 hours with the products. And, you know, the caveat in that announcement that got me, worried was that NNPCL was going to be the off-taker of the product.
Yes, I said it here last month when you invited me. That okay, we are fighting cabals so that they will allow Dangote to breathe and the refinery. But the management of the refinery, they have not come out to tell Nigerians what we stand to benefit if the refinery come on stream. Did you hear any statement that, oh, please support us against the cabal when we roll out our products? You are buying fuel at 617 NNPC price. You will buy it at 400, at 300. Nobody said anything like that. What we are saying is that let them commence this thing. We are putting hope on a private refinery that the owner has not come out to tell us that this is what we stand to benefit. Even our own government refineries, Port Harcourt refineries, we are expecting Port Harcourt refinery. The same Mele Kyari has given us 5 deadlines. December, January, April, August, September. So many. The same man, and the same man is still there. The same man is still there. There is no country that will condone that kind of situation. And giving us those deadlines, why the other deadline failed, he has never told any Nigeria. Even the president, he didn't tell the president why the former deadline failed. He will just come and give us another deadline. Why did the whole deadline fail? As if it's not answerable to Nigerians. That is what we see. And as long as those people are there, I can tell you, we will not get results. Because this is a transition. This is a transition now from, let's even say, Dangote is a businessman. Now, there is a way the government can liaise with Dangote, whether crude oil swap. At least for 2 years. Sign a contract with Dangote refinery. Let's do crude swap. The issue of selling crude to Dangote in Naira may not have significant effect, but let us do crude swap.
What do you mean, crude swap?
Now, our crude is being stolen. Give a matching order to Onlede. By people who don't know. By people who don't know.
Do they go there with cops?
So,
now they come with ships.
When you improve on the security in our coastal lines, then we will be able to have more production. Then let us sign a contract with Dangote. We give you so crude, we give you so crude, you refine for us, you take so percentage, then we, the government, through NPC, we take so percentage, we will sell it to the people at the rate of 300 per litre.
As simple as that.
It's as simple as that. You must be able to structure all this kind of agreement for you to have, if you are in quagmire, you understand, every unusual situation, I believe the president wouldn't have anticipated this kind of situation when he removed subsidy. Because everything has gone up, transport has gone up. I saw people trekking. That is why I was cold. When we started this program, I was very cold.
You were cold, yeah.
I was very cold. I saw people. Fuel has been increased.
Because, Comrade,
then I saw queue.
On the heels of Dangote's announcement yesterday, we woke up this morning with, increment on the
Mr. Macauley, can you believe that despite the increment, we still have long queues?
Yeah, we still have long queues.
So what is happening? Nobody is talking to us. Nobody is talking to us. You know the funniest thing, when you go to government offices, those shadow with the responsibility of working around these problems. If you are inside those offices, it's as if nothing is wrong outside. It's as if nothing is wrong, and that baffles me a lot, because when there's a problem, people that have solution will not sit, they will not sleep, they will move, and they will work in with speed to see that there is solution. See, solution to problems, the announcement of solution to problems, cautionary effect of problems should come from the citizens. You don't have to announce it. If there is a solution, the citizens will begin to talk about it. The media will pick it. The media will pick it and say, oh, the people are saying this. But when you are saying one thing and the people are feeling another thing, there is no trust between the citizen and the government. And that's a very big one, a big problem. When there's no trust between the citizen and there's nothing the management of NPC can tell me today that I will believe. That's just me. That's my own opinion. Because you've given me not less than 5 deadlines that Port Harcourt Refinery will take.
You're talking about recent deadlines.
You've given me
yes.
Yes. So if you have given me, so let me ask the group manager, the CEO of NPC Limited, Macauley, if you send me to school and give me money for school fees, and I told him, sir, Daddy, I'm going for a 4 years course. After 4 years, he calls me. I say, why? When are you coming back home? I say, sir, I will come next year. Send another money. Or don't even send money. Then next year he calls me. I say, I'll come next year. I'll come next month. Then month after month, will he be comfortable?
It's either you are lying to him.
Will he be comfortable?
Or you are incompetent.
No, I challenge you. Will he be comfortable? That means there's a failure somewhere.
Yes, it's either you are lying to him, and then you are elongating your stay in school, or you are incompetent in class.
So what you cannot take?
So that, I like your analogy.
Yes. What you cannot take? Why are you giving people? Why are you giving Nigerians a pill you cannot swallow? Why are you giving Nigerians a pill? As if we are dull, as if we don't know what we are doing.
Okay, let's talk about CNG. CNG is compressed natural gas, vehicles that government promised. And then there was sometime last month that it coincided with the 10 days nationwide protest. Government commissioned about 30 buses in Abuja in a country of, we don't even know our number, let's say close to 300 million people. How did they receive that news? And
yes.
In Abuja alone, only 2 filling stations or conversion centers. We have only 2 conversion centers along the airport road, along Lugbe Road for those who know Abuja. How do you feel? What can you say about it?
Yes, the rolling out only 30 buses is a very good one. We've seen in the past where there's a policy, we have not run the policy, we spent a lot of money, we put a lot of money there. At the end of the day, it will not work. Then the whole money will be wasted. If they are gone to buy 1,000 buses, and at the end of the day, CNG is not effective. At the end of the day, CNG is not cheaper. Then what are we going to do? The whole thing will have been a waste. So let us start from there. Let us start from there as a people, because we don't have that money to waste. Let's start from there. Let them bring those. Let people know. Nigerians should analyze the effect. Because my problem with some of these things is that nobody comes to analyze to us that, oh, if you are spending 50,000, you are running Lube to Secretariat in a petrol-enabled vehicle. You are spending 50,000 in a month for fueling. Now, if it is CNG, you will be spending 25,000. Those are the things I want to hear.
Okay, exactly. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity from KAFTAN Television Live. Please go ahead, your name and where you're calling from. Hello, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Ali, calling from Adamawa.
Mohammed Ali from Adamawa, go ahead with your contribution, sir.
Yes, I'm very happy with this kind of your discussion.
Thank you, sir. We're happy that you are joining us.
Thank you. I just called to say hi.
Hi.
But now I just coming from work.
You're just coming from work, Mohammed Ali. That's my house, Adamawa. I hope Adamawa is okay.
Yes. Adamawa is okay. Adamawa Lamurde local government.
Oh, you're from Lamurde local government. That is my local government too. Thank you.
Okay. I'm presently working at Savannah now.
Okay, Savannah Sugar Company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, are you producing sugar cane already? Have you called?
Yes, sugar cane is ready now. We are growing sugar cane now.
So when are we going to start seeing the sugar? The sugar keeps.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Abubakar. Thank you.
Just let me take a bath. I will call you again.
We appreciate your joining us. Thank you, Abubakar. He's calling from Adamawa State, precisely Lamurde local government. He's working with Savannah Sugar Company. That was seeded to Dangote. He bought it. Let's take this caller. Hello, good afternoon. This is the Polity from KAFTAN Television Live. Please go ahead, your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Awusko from Kaduna.
Awusko, thanks for calling. You are our regular caller. We appreciate you whenever you call in to give us your perspective.
I love your program.
Thank you, Awusko.
You see, petroleum is the mainstay of the Nigerian economy.
That's right.
And it's the life of every nation. So, why is it that some cabals don't want Nigerians to enjoy what God has endowed for them? Why is it that our leaders are so self-interest? They don't want the interest of the masses. And we are all equal holders in the Nigerian enterprise. Why must they allow us to suffer? Why they continue to pile up money for themselves? Knowing that no man will live forever. I'm calling on President Tinubu to use his office as a petroleum minister to work for the betterment of the generality of Nigeria. Not of few people who keep on monopolizing Nigeria. It is not good, though. It is better you work for the people. He has been in the trenches as a pro-democrat. I thought he's going to do it the other way around. But because of the second tenure loss, he should work for Nigeria. If he works, we will give him the second term.
Okay.
But trying to please some people, he is going to get it wrong. He should not please people, but please the masses of the country. I thank you so much.
Thank you, Awusko. You see, I told you, Awusko is a regular caller.
Whenever
he calls in his perspective, sets the tone for a vista of, thinking. How do you react to that?
Yes. You should not look at individuals, whether in government or outside government. You should look at the generality of the people. The masses matters a lot. Let him work for the masses. Let him wield the big stick. Nobody can convince me that the constitution of the management constitution of this thing of NPCL is right. No, they are not working for Nigerians.
They are not convinced.
They are not convinced. They are not working for Nigerians. They are not working for Nigerians. You can't increase fuel price at this stage. Then there's still queue.
It's
not even available. It's not even available. Then there's general poverty. Propelled by this subsidy removal.
Exactly.
This subsidy, it has been removed. Okay, fine. What do we do?
Let's take this caller. Maybe he will tell us what to do. You have asked a question, very, very valid question. Good afternoon. This is the Polity from KAFTAN Television. Go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Yusuf from Gombe.
Yusuf, a regular caller from Gombe State. Your perspective is always good. So go ahead, sir.
Absolutely, I enjoy the program. That's why I always have a time to listen.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
My greatest concern with Nigeria and Nigerians, particularly the leadership of this country.
Yeah.
I felt like, in fact, I have told you last time, I said, Tinubu, they told us as somebody who knows politics, who knows economics, who is better to deliver better policy in this country. And at the end of the day, we are being convinced to vote for him. I voted for him. And I say at the end of the day, what I'm seeing, the result was negative, and it's just unfortunate. And I feel like the Tinubu team did not even think of the future of their second term. No matter how strong government is, as long as masses stand by their interests, I don't even believe that somebody will change it. So if at all Tinubu have interest for the second time, the police are so harsh to allow him to secure the second term. It's no longer an easy thing in Nigeria. For the first time in my life, I've seen my neighbors that cannot afford to buy food for themselves. See women on the street are begging in Gombe. This is something that we don't usually see it in the history of Nigeria. We just look, if you come out and see what is happening in urban area and in the cities, you will be surprised that as if like we are not in Nigeria, the Nigeria we know. We are not poor country. God has blessed us with everything that we don't have to find ourselves in these situations. But people that are behind this, God will never forgive them. Whoever he is, whoever contributed to the problem of the nation, sincerely speaking, today is his day. Tomorrow is not his day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Yusuf from Gombe. Very, very interesting perspective.
Yes, it's so sad. It's so sad that people can no longer feed. And the problem is not far-fetched. It's this issue of subsidy removal.
So it's surmountable. So this challenge is surmountable.
And the biggest problem is that we only have one functioning layer of government. That is the federal government. The state government and the local government moribund. The local government is moribund, the state government irresponsible.
What do you mean state government is moribund?
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
Okay. Irresponsible. Irresponsible. If I am a governor, I will have rolled out in each and every city, I will have rolled out 10 CNG buses. Are you saying state governors, state governments cannot afford that? If it works, we increase it. We increase it. Look at the way to... The problem has been created.
Yes.
You understand? So what are you doing?
You must find solution.
What are you doing as a governor to find solution? But you just sit down there because the people do not even know what they want. You know?
They receive palliative.
The people do not know what they want because... So they give you the palliative from president. That is free gift to the governors. That is free gift to the governors. The presidency should know that those things will not go to the... They don't even care. They keep it somewhere. They keep it somewhere. Some of them will get bad. They throw them away. Except for the fact that they were looted during COVID. Those ones that were received from Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs during COVID. Did they share them? No, they did not. They did not. But I don't blame them. I see some governors. Then I think, how did this man become governor?
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we return, we're going to make a transition into the arraignment of 10 out of 200 protesters that took part or participated in the last 10 days nationwide protest that was held between the 1st to the 10th of August 2024. But that will be after the break. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1.
Action.
And that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
In the beginning, God created
You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the POLITY live, coming to you live from the studios of KAFTAN Television in Abuja, and we are discussing, taking an X-ray of unfolding political events within the political space of Nigeria. My name has not changed. It is still Macauley Hunohashi. I'm with me in the studio. He has not left. He is still Comrade Olumuyiwa Onlede. He is the Executive Director of Citizens Awareness Against Corruption.
Thank you very much.
You are so much passionate about the need to fight corruption to a standstill. Now let's talk about the aftermath of the 10 days nationwide protests. The gains and the losses, well, we have discussed that one. Let's take a look at the recent arraignment. About 200 protesters were said to have been arrested. Now that's the masterminds. And then on Monday, about 10 of them were arraigned for coming out, as far as they are concerned, to exercise their franchise to assemble and make their feelings known to government against policies made for them that they said they don't want. The government is saying you came out, to cause subversion and even, take over government and treason. What's your reaction?
Yeah, the arraignment. Well, I've not seen the process, the court process, but I believe there must be some things that we don't know, because it's going to be absurd for any government to arraign people for protesting against policies alone. It's going to be absurd. Maybe there are things we don't know. Yeah. Maybe there are things we don't know. Maybe they are linked with the Britain and the other man that has been declared wanted.
No.
Maybe they are linked to maybe the intelligent
society. This one were arrested at random from states.
Maybe intelligence society has discovered that through the account some monies came, and so because protest is explicit right. Peaceful protest.
Constitutionally guaranteed.
But that protest must not disrupt public peace. Not destroy properties, not destroy lives. If somebody caught destroying properties and life, it can be arraigned, but not for felony. It can be arraigned, not for felony. Because I know, as a civil society person, I have the right to protest, because I will protest. I'm just saying it now, I will protest. Very soon I will protest against management of NPC.
You will protest?
I will protest. We are trying to organize a protest. Let them go, let new people. See, even though the president wants to put somebody...
notice, are you using this medium to serve a notice?
I'm just saying it.
Okay.
If you want to bring somebody from the same local government as they are, you have competent hands from the same local government as those people. Especially the CEO of NPC Limited. You can bring somebody from his local government. I don't even care. You can even bring his son. If he's into oil in a private sector, you can bring his son to come and work there. I don't care. I'm not qualified to be the CEO. I will not protest because I want somebody to put me there. I will not protest because I have somebody that no. I want to protest. I will protest so that they will leave the place, so that capable hands will come there. You understand? The problem I have with so many people protesting, you can't be protesting that somebody should leave office because you want to enter the office.
Okay, let's take this caller. Hello, good afternoon. I can see. Yeah, you have been trying to get us.
Yes, I am calling from Kaduna.
Okay, go ahead. Your name, sir?
My name is Nuhu.
Nuhu from Kaduna. Go ahead.
From Chukun local government.
Okay, Chukun. Yeah.
I appreciate what your discussion today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your dialogue discussion is absolutely not appreciated. Let us ask ourselves, we Nigerians, what are we protesting for? For God's sake, what are we protesting for? See, now I'm a civil, I'm a retiree. I'm now a beggar. I cannot feed my children. I cannot pay school fees. What do we protest for? Everything now, a liter of petrol is 1,500 naira. For God's sake, are we fooling ourselves in the media, or we are doing what? We talk today and tomorrow things are still increasing. Politicians take us for granted. They take us like we are beggars. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Nigeria. So let us ask our question. We talk today. I think Nigeria doesn't learn lesson. So it's me and you. We discuss, but everything we still come back the same.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Malanu from Kaduna.
He said something. Ask one question.
Yes.
What are we protesting for?
What are we protesting for?
The end bad governance protest.
I think
the end bad governance protest. Are you surprised to know that the demands from every quarter did not include a change in management of any person? That's to tell you that we are not serious. If we have protested that and they have been removed, we will have had a better deal.
I think it's part of what Nuhu is talking about.
Well, we have had a better deal. But the protest, you know, we have a government that is not sincere in Nigeria, and it has always been like that.
But one of the demands is CNG.
Then we have opposition that is not sincere. Then we have masses that is not sincere to themselves, but sincere to the opposition or sincere to the government in power. You understand? That is the category that we belong to. You understand? All some people want is for government to go, so that another election will be held because they lost. Another election will be held. Maybe they will win. But what may I want?
What do you want?
I don't want to be president now. I don't want to be president now.
What do you want to be?
It's even a liability for anybody. Anybody that is telling you it's very easy to be president of Nigeria today.
It's not easy.
It's not saying
because
the
of
truth.
The complexity.
It's not saying the truth.
Issues.
It's only looking at the.
You have brought a new dimension to the argument, which I want us to continue on. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
My name is Thomas Agudu. I'm calling from Zaria, Kaduna State.
So go ahead.
You see, the idea of this protest, I never buy the idea.
Okay.
All the people arrested, they should go and serve jail terms.
Okay.
What are we protesting for? What are they? What are their aims? They have sponsors who are not carried along in this government. They want to destroy this country in the name of protest. Leaving their children. Did their children come out for protest? No. Look at the destruction they made. We are going back to square one. Look at NNPC. Now if fuel is 1,000.
We did not protest
against
against
that. Did you protest about this fuel issue? No. Did you protest about electricity?
No.
No. Workers. Sir. Look at workers, retirees. Somebody will serve his nation for 35 years after retiring. Instead of paying him his money, you are from farming. That is why we're having hunger in Nigeria. Because the farmers are not going to farm. For how long do we continue this? When we call the force, they are not doing well. They are not doing well. They are not doing well. Let's call a space a space.
Yes.
Look at this bandit that hijacked military vehicle in Niger State.
Yeah.
Look at these small boys. They are not trained. And we call our army the best in the world. Why are we fooling ourselves? Killing life because of money. Please.
Thank you, Thomas.
Please, for God's sake, the Northern, they should ask themselves, how many people died? They buried them with their words. Why are we greedy? The government is telling us minimum wage, salary increase. Since January up to now, nothing.
Thank
People
you.
are dying.
Thank you, Thomas.
Because of BP.
Thank you, Thomas.
Please, you should talk to the government. Enough is enough.
Okay. I think Thomas is in agreement with some of the issues you raised.
Most of the demands are personal demands. Let's protest, let's remove them from NNPC and let another person that can structure a better deal for Nigerians with Dangote. If we are paying subsidy to Dangote, I don't care. Anybody that can come and structure a better deal for Nigerians through Dangote so that we buy fuel at a cheaper rate, everything will crash. Prices of food will crash. Then we fight insurgency. Have you ever seen anybody? Those people protested, they not destroy everything. Did you see them? Did you see them against bandits? Have you seen anybody coming to say, coming to say, Bello Truji must be killed?
Nobody has said it.
Eh?
Nobody
has said it. Instead, they are sharing it. They are sharing these videos. The North should tell themselves one fundamental truth. Nobody will know your region more than you. Somebody will become president in 2027. Somebody will become president in 2031. Mr. Macauley, if you create problem in your village, in the year 2030, if you create problem in your village, whoever becomes president in 2031, you will not be calling him to come and solve the problem you created.
No, he won't be solving the problem.
You will not be calling him. If an Igbo man becomes president in 2031, you will not be calling him to come and solve that problem. You created the problem, you solve the problem. Look for the people that created the problem. Plead, you can plead. You can show your disdain to those acts. Nobody is showing any disdain to those acts. Me, I will never condemn security agencies. What they need from me as a patriotic Nigerian is support. I will always support them. You cannot see me and say I want to protest against our security architecture. No, that is not patriotism. You protest against the people committing those crimes. How can you leave people committing crime and you are protesting against the people fighting crime? I applied to be recruited in the Nigerian Army. I applied to be recruited into Nigerian Police Force. If I was recruited, I'll be there. I'll be there too. Yeah. So I put myself in their shoes. Our security agents are being killed every day. Nobody's talking about them. Their wife becomes widow. Their children become fatherless. Who pays their bill? The little money that will be given to them by the government. Will it take them for 20 years to sponsor the children? To most of them, their wife.
Okay, I want you to react to this. Irony. Something ironical happened on Monday. When those people were arraigned, prosecutors said they were the masterminds of the 10 days nationwide protest that were arrested. They were the leaders, and some of them were the masterminds out of the 200 that were arrested. And I remember those that galvanized support for the protest. Among them was Showeri. Showeri, very popular. He was mobilizing, support people online against the government online.
Before the protest, he traveled out.
Before the protest, he traveled to America.
Deji's on ground.
Deji was on ground. He was in Abuja. During the protest, he came. He led from the Abuja the stadium, from the procession, and he was out throughout the 10 days.
If you see Deji,
but Deji was not arrested.
If you see Deji,
he was their lawyer.
If you see
Deji, they were arraigned.
If you see Deji,
that's the irony.
You will see that Deji will not destroy anything. Deji will not tell anybody to destroy anything.
Yes.
You understand? That is the number one thing. If you are caught destroying anything, you'll be here for it.
Okay.
You understand? You have right to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Let your lawyer defend them. Let Deji gather is just 1 year in the bar. Let him gather other experience.
Deji is there. Falana is there.
So fine. Let them look for a way to to talk to defend them in the court, and if probably look for out of court settlement for them.
This caller has been calling us. Hello, this is the Polity from KAFTAN TV. Your name, please?
Okay, I'm still
Yusuf, yeah, I can see your number.
Yes, we start discussion issue of the fuel issue of the MD of NNPC.
Yes.
So, you see, the issue of all these things is the interest of the government.
Mm.
The MDO, who so called his name, doesn't have the power to increase fuel price in Nigeria all along. Definitely sure there must be a government hand in it.
Okay.
You see, they have just come out and tell us that they were indebted with almost about 6.7 billion.
Yes.
This is to create way to which they can increase the price of fuel they want.
How did they arrive at that figure?
A kind of information so that we can believe in them.
How did they arrive at that figure?
But in reality, it was a tactical way to which they can convince Nigerians that, okay, NPC doesn't even have the money
it's a tactical way.
buy
That's
the
a
fuel.
question.
So if they don't have money to buy the fuel, so how, by the increment of this fuel, that's why they can get money and buy another one.
Okay, Alhaji Yusuf.
Look.
Alhaji Yusuf.
Yes, sir.
Comrade is asking, how did they arrive at that?
At that figure.
How did they arrive at that figure? 6 billion.
6 billion?
Yes.
Dollars.
How
did they arrive at that figure?
That's why I'm telling you that
it's tactical.
Is it the president that gave them that figure?
They just got figures and tell us that
exactly.
This is the actual.
Yes,
but he said the group manager, the CEO does not have power. No, see, if you are a married man.
Look, the agency's NNPC leadership doesn't have the power to increase fuel price without the president.
Without the backing of the president. Okay, I understand.
It is affecting the nation. It's not for his individual business.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything that is going to affect the entire nation must be the president concerned.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
That's my take on.
I agree with you, Alhaji Yusuf from Gombe. I totally agree with
let
you.
Let me tell him where he's getting it wrong. As married men, your wife does not have the power to increase the money for upkeep in the house anytime. But she has the power to inflate some things and give you reasons why you should increase it.
That's exactly what Alhaji was talking about. No. He said that figure was just being bandied around.
There is manipulation from NNPC.
Exactly.
So if you tell the president you can no longer run the place except we do this, we do that, we do this, then you are indirectly increasing the Will the president tell you to shut the place down? The president will not tell you. Your wife will tell you, oh, this one has gone like this, this one has gone like this, this one has gone like this. When price comes down, will she tell you no? When price goes up, she will inflate her own and tell you. She doesn't have the
Comrade, as we're winding down, I want to remind you that the last 10 days nationwide protest got traction on social media. Another one is gaining traction on social media, and government seems to be so complacent or lethargic about it. And that's the October 1st. I don't know if you're aware of it. October 1st nationwide protest that is being planned.
It's the same demands. They cannot tell NNPC to. They cannot tell the president to reconstitute the management of NNPC.
Continue. Our last caller. Good afternoon. This is the Polity.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from River State.
River State.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I am President Muhammad Buhari, political grandson.
Political grandson to Muhammad Buhari. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to say that Nigeria is passing through a challenging period.
Yeah.
And I want to appeal to all Nigerians. Pray that God gives this our president wisdom. With wisdom, he will not use to drop in his cabinet, and he will not use to push. I will be able to bring policies that will help this nation.
Okay.
That is my prayer.
Thank you.
And God is going to help us.
Okay.
Let's be praying for the president.
Thank you.
Many Kyari has tried in Buhari time. And I think his best is not enough. He should be able to throw in the towel.
Okay.
Let another person come in and do what he can for the nation.
Thank you so much.
That is my own.
Thank you.
President Buhari political grandson from River State.
Thank you.
We'll
This
protest.
man is President Muhammad Buhari's political grandson from Rivers. So let me ask you.
We'll protest.
There are so many square pegs in round holes, so people say, especially with ministers. And we have seen ministers that have underperformed in the last 1 year. Now the Minister of Defense had a casual
very low rating.
We had a casual
both honorable minister and minister of state.
Both of them, and they are from
volatile region. From that region.
And then, do you subscribe to the fact that the president should rejig his cabinet? And
have you seen any demonstration or protest in the north saying the two ministers?
No.
They want them to be there, but the person that appointed them will not be there.
But I'm from the north. I'm saying they should go.
The Minister of Youth.
Yes.
The youth protested.
Do you even know the name of the Minister of Youth?
I think there's a lady and there's a guy.
Man, yes.
There's a lady and there's a guy.
Yes.
They should go. Minister of Communications, Digital Economy and Innovation and Digital Economy. He should go.
Okay.
Fintech guy, sound guy. He's better as a protester than being a minister. He was one of the people that organized NSAS.
Yes.
Now that is where he belongs. You brought him from there. You have taken him to an unfamiliar territory. He doesn't understand what. I believe by now he will have set up ICT hubs in the 6 geopolitical zones of this country. To test run whether it will work.
So go ahead.
Then you now go down. You understand? But has he done that? No. Facebook has started monetization in Nigeria.
Yes.
You understand? Did this man called Minister of Communication, did he organize any seminar or conference to talk to people on how you can monetize your page so that idle hands will begin to earn small money, small dollar?
What about blue economy?
Sorry?
Blue economy.
Blue economy. Blue economy is an economy that does not really,
the ministry,
that is not loud. It's a ministry that is not loud.
Yes.
You understand? It used to be under transportation. The ministry is not loud. You understand? There are ministries that are not loud. Policies. You understand? That is why.
Like education. There are so many policy somersaults in education.
18 years this thing. So if my daughter graduates from secondary school before this thing, there are so many things that I wonder how so many people got into the cabinet of President Muhammadu Buhari, because somebody have known for a very long time. Somebody have known for a very long time. I don't understand how they got. You can't even get there. But what I'm saying is, once they get there and they are not doing their job, you let them go. Let them go.
See, there are talks for cabinet reshuffle. There are talks.
See, in the history of football, once a coach introduces his first 11 that will play, they are playing. Then somebody is not playing well.
You remove him.
You remove him. You substitute. Yes, sir. But Jose Mourinho came with a strange ideology. He introduced a player from bench. The player was not playing well. He removed the player and put another player. So, what is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong.
You made a mistake. You are correcting your mistake. So many people calling themselves ministers, they are mistakes.
But we have had
they are mistakes.
The
Minister of Youth, the Minister of Youth, Dr. Zainab, should go. She's not a comrade. She doesn't know what is happening. The youth embarrassed the president, embarrassed you, embarrassed your government. How many youth do you have? Can you walk? You are Minister for Youth. Can you walk in the streets and talk to the youths? Can you go to where youths are watching football and announce that you're Minister for Youth? They will ask you what you have done. They have done nothing. Another ministry that can help galvanize the talent of the youth, convert what they are doing from Yahoo, convert them to meaningful and legal profession. It's Ministry of Communication and Innovation and Digital Economy. But he has not done that.
What about sports?
People continue to establish Yahoo schools, illegal Yahoo schools. You see, EFCC will raid them. But our own minister cannot establish ICT school that will train youths. Why you train, even though it's workforce, there's a training called workforce. If you train and you train them, pay for their fee, let them write the exam. If you pay for 100 and 20 passes the exam, that is success. I'm okay with that. You understand? They can get remote jobs. Then after like 6 months, 1 year, they take these people outside the shores of the country, and Nigeria will continue to earn foreign exchange from that. But he has not done that. Nothing is happening in the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. The Minister of State for Youth, they are there quarreling with each other on reasons best known to them, instead of working to help the president. When somebody brings you, you are supposed to help the person. How do you help the person? You do things that will bring more supporters to him, not that you do things that will send away the supporters you inherited with him. No, it's not done anyway. What are they doing there? We have ministers. Can't they see Minister of Interior? Olumuyiwa, can't they see what is happening there? Everybody, even oppositions, they are talking about him.
And FCT.
Did he give them money to talk about him? Did we can give people money to talk about him? But they are seeing what he's doing. There's a road behind CBN that CBN said that nobody will consult that road because it's a security threat to them. So, the minister of Wike came and said, if you cannot look for a way to arrange your security architecture, that's your business. This road is inside Abuja Master Plan. We are going to construct it. He has constructed the road. He has constructed the road.
Okay. So much to talk about in the Nigerian political firmament, but that's how far we can go with our package today on the Polity live from KAFTAN Television Studios in Abuja. I thank you most profoundly, Comrade Olumuyiwa, Onlede.
Thank you for having me.
Executive Director, Citizens Awareness Against Corruption in Nigeria, a social crusader. Yes. Thank you for joining us on the Polity.
Thank you so much.
I thank our numerous viewers and our numerous vibrant callers that are calling to make the program participatory and conversational. Whatever any caller said is strictly his own personal opinion. It has nothing to do with KAFTAN TV editorial policy. My name is Macauley Hunohashi. Thanking you on behalf of our producer Ruben Okala and the entire production team, especially the master control room guys. Thank you for watching and stay blessed. See you next time and bye-bye from me.